Hi and welcome to the EDYS Expression program. We've moved things online now because the centre's closed briefly while we wait for this craziness to pass outside. So we've been coming up with ideas and things that we can do in our homes to share with you that can keep us busy and healthy. So first of all, we've got art on a Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about, and today's a Wednesday, so we're going to be talking about colouring in. I've got a few things to share with you. I've got some colouring in books and some different ways of doing things. So they should be fun to do a bit later. Okay, let's kick it off. Okay, so the art program today we're going to be dealing with colouring in. I figured we start simple. I mean, most of you have probably got colouring in books around your house. If not, you've got brothers or sisters that might do. I do know that a lot of people have been getting these for Christmas and birthdays nowadays. Mums are loving them, kids are loving them. They're heaps of fun. I'll be showing you different ways of doing it. We could just be working with blank paper, creating our own, designing our own stuff on that afterwards. And we'll talk about colour choices. So this will roll on tomorrow. So for the mindfulness talk tomorrow, I'm going to be dealing with colours and how they affect us and how we can use them to heal us. Yeah, cool. Let's kick it off with the colouring in. So we've got a few materials here that we'd like to use. We can go very basic. Simply need a sharpener, an eraser, and a pencil, and a blank piece of paper. We can work with that. If you've got a book like one of these, I've got a collection here of different ones. They're all different Colour Me Calm, mindfulness books. This one's pretty much a straight up colouring in book with images. And just a random patterns book is another one here that we've got kicking around. Just colour in. So if you've got something like that at home, they're very popular the last couple of years at Christmas. Nanas have been buying them for kids around the world. If you want to, you can go up to an iPad. If you've got some sort of iPad and pen situation or finger, you could do something with that. Yeah, so there are the three toolkits. You're going to get some colouring pencils. Doesn't really matter, some pens. I've got a couple of different packets of types here. I don't care if you've got old chunky ones for your little sister or brother. And we've also, or just some basic colouring pencils. That's all we really need. Any one of these kits is going to keep you busy today. Cool, let's see what happens. So what I'm going to start with, the paper, the pencil. Make sure it's nice and sharp. I've got a sharpener and I've got a rubber in case I make a mistake, but I don't think you're making mistakes doing it this way. This is, there are no mistakes. We're just colouring in, we're just making shapes. Okay, so I've got a few pieces of paper here. I'm going to start off with something very simple, just a single line. So just watch. Okay. Okay, so there's my first shape. And I'm just going to intersect that with other lines, like this. Continue that line through on the other side. This is sort of giving it shape too, because it's rounding it as we go. I'm trying to give it some form, because it'd be nice to create some depth when you're colouring in. It kind of gives shapes and stuff. It's kind of nice. This is starting to take on a little bit of a Tim Burton vibe, I think. Stripes. That's one. You can be a little more structured in what you're doing if you want to create a pattern. And we can do like a lily, or a lotus, which is just like this. It's basically lots of teardrop shapes, and then you just keep adding to them. I'll start there. So almost like a onion or a garlic clove kind of shape. It's got that little tapering point at the end. We can put a circle in the middle just for fun, and then I'll just add another one. And I'll work it like you know how a brick wall has like offset bricks. It's kind of like that. Like you offset each leaf against itself. And there's no right or wrong on this. It's just making shapes. So I'm gonna come out in the middle of that one. That one. And there's that one. As you can see, it just keeps growing. I really enjoy that. The non-uniform shapes and the clusters of things. So now we can look at this. So there's another one. I'll leave that for now. Just do a little one. Cool. So we can draw stuff like that. The other thing we can do is I have all these colouring books here too that have different patterns in it. Crazy. Okay. So I'm going to start off with these colouring pencils. Yeah. It's like this, and they're all nice and sharp by the looks of it. Now, choosing colours, yeah, you can do it randomly, and you can do it, you know, offhand. You can do it how you, whatever you did, you know, like you did. Close your eyes, pick a colour. Okay, now we've got a navy blue. Okay, so this navy blue. But right, I could do that, or I could make a colour palette. So literally just by putting the colours next to each other. I really like the warm earth tones at the moment, which are these browns, and I'll throw some yellow in for contrast. I'm going to some red for. Now see, when I start putting these three together, you start seeing what's going to happen, like the way the palette is going to work. So let's have a look. You see how the red is going to be really bold. You see how the red is going to be really bold, and the brown really works nice and warm next to this. The yellow giving it quite a bright contrast. I'm not sure if the yellow is the best. Let's have a look at what else might work. This orange, I think, is good. That now brings the yellow back into this. This has a bit of a pinky in it too. So I'm going to bring a pink into it too. So this essentially will be my color palette. At the end, I'm going to use these ones. I better use some some darker colors, just to give it a bit of shape. So that's my color palette. That's what I'm going to choose. And I'm choosing red because red is a power color. Like, it makes you feel powerful. I think it's associated with things like bulls and Taurus and blood, and you know, power is red. And brown is a real great earth tone, obviously earthy because we're from the earth and it's the color of earth. And essentially brown is all colors mixed together, like dirt, right? I got some, this is like a, I can't even say the color. This is a beige, sort of maybe a skin tone even, but that's nice, that plays off nicely. I like those three colors together myself. And then I'm just looking to create brightness, so I like this for highlight. This orange is for healing. Orange is a healing color. We've got pink here, which is an exciting color. Orange is also to do with humor. As with yellow, yellow is to do with laughter. And the gray is just to give us, to fill in the blanks, to give us some contrast. Contrast being, you know, I've got white, I'll need black to give contrast to that. So, let's go with a simple one because time may be an issue, but we will figure that out. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start here. Ditch the navy blue because that wasn't my thing. And I'm going to go with red to pick up the highlight points first. And I think I'll work on the central one here. Cool. So what is mindfulness? Why are these colouring books mindfulness? Well, to me, mindfulness is thinking about what you're doing, being present with what you're doing. You know, colouring in is one of those things where if you stop thinking or stop concentrating on what you're doing, you can go over the lines very easily, and it kind of ruins it. So you have to be very, particularly with these smaller pieces, you have to be very careful and meticulous and present. Because mindfulness is about being present, you know, about being here and doing and not thinking about something you want to do or thinking about something that you have done. It's just about being here with the art and enjoying the process. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw this into time lapse now, so you can enjoy this even more. So I drew up something on the iPad, made a little image. You can just color in on iPads. I mean, if you got one, it's pretty cool. Let me just open this up 1 second. Thanks Siri, I don't want any help. Despite what all my friends think. Okay, cool. So I did an image on the iPad. You can kind of see that. Took it inside to print it out. Discovered I have no ink. So some of you are probably in the same boat. Looks like we're all going to be hand drawing. Yeah, cool. But the other thing about iPads and phones is there's heaps of apps out there for coloring in. Heaps of like mindfulness apps and stuff. If you just punch in coloring in into the App Store, you'll find something, heaps of free downloads. Don't get suckered into the in-app purchases thing. Keep an eye, check it first. But yeah, of course, that was kind of fun on the iPad. I prefer doing it on paper because I like the feel, the tactile nature of paper and pencils, and also the commitment to putting the mark down. Because with the iPad, I can just hit delete really easily, and it's like it never happened, which is cool, but not in this instance. So join me tomorrow to find out more about color and how color can affect us, and why it's so important to consider the colors you're choosing to enhance the mood that you're in and amplify some of those good feelings. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. It's been good hanging out with you. Miss you guys. Hopefully it's all calmed down soon and we'll be able to get together and do some paintings together. All right, guys, catch you later. Okay, so hopefully you guys have created some of your own work now, and we'd love to see it. So if you can put it up on Insta, we'll share it via our Instagram page. We get to see it and like it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification, whatever it is you need to do. You know what you need to do. You've done this before. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.